Moon in the seventh house. Listen, Moon in the seventh house is pretty much a person that's addicted to relationships. Yes, you feel at your best when you're in a relationship. But this is the thing. It can cause you to become dependent on relationships. It can be hard to make decisions by yourself. It can be hard to just do things by yourself. You're going to want to call up that partner, that friend, that lover, whoever is a person that you ride with, and you're going to want them to ride with you to go do your things, whatever it is. It could be just, you know what, could you ride with me to go through this drive through real quick, girl? Because, yeah, I need a burger. It's a, a need to have support. With Moon in the seventh house, it could really create codependencies in relationships, codependencies and insecurities when dealing with those relationships. Like a Moon in the seventh house placement could cause a person to be insecure about what their partner does in relationships. They can go to like accusing their partners of cheating on them or lying to them. And I'm not saying that they don't be lying and they don't be cheating, you know what I'm saying? But who wants to live day by day in that situation? Because it's one or two things needs to happen. You have to know what you're feeling is true. And then you have to then ask yourself, okay, well then why am I here? Because remember, every situation we get in with someone else, it's just a reflection of who we are, of what we need to face it within ourselves. Or you have to say, okay, I'm gonna develop this trust between me and this other person, and until they give me reason to doubt. It creates these codependencies. It could create these codependencies and this need to feel like you have to be supported. And really what it ends up happening is a lot of people with Moon in the seventh house end up being in situations or relationships to where they get treated unfairly, like there's something that's off balance. It's always one person in the relationship or the other that seems like they're more invested. The good thing is that Moon in the seventh house, they want fairness. They want fairness in the relationship. They'll be they'll be like those people that's like, listen, yeah, I'm not gonna put all the responsibility on you as the female. You don't have to wash the dishes and do the cleaning and all that. I can help you with that. And you can pay for the meal sometimes. You could be that female. It's like, you know what? You paid for the meal the last time. I'll pay for it this time. Like, you can look for that type of fairness in exchange in relationships. Now, depends. Remember, we talk about it depends. And I ain't talking about adult underwear. No, seriously, guys. It depends on what sign is here. Like, what is going on in this placement in aspect to someone else. Because Moon in the seventh house could get into situations, like I said, to where they're dealing with a partner that's unfair or insecure, emotionally insecure when it comes to them. And Moon in the seventh house, you can have this energy as well, to where you're dealing with partners in an unfair way. Okay, but if we're looking at the energy of the house, Moon in the seventh house, you can have stuff like justice, some type of justice that you fight for. Like, you could be an advocate for relationships, for people who experience abuse in relationships. Things like you have a principle, some type of principle that you live by, or you have some type of you like be a justice fighter, things that you stand for, and you can promote that out to the world. But more than not, subconsciously, did I say more than not? I mean, yeah. More often than not, Moon in the seventh house, you're going to be dependent upon relationships. That's how you find your security. Subconsciously, you need them to thrive. Now, How can you get past these feelings of insecurity in relationships or partnerships? You can first start with understanding that you are enough and you have to make a decision. Put yourself in positions to where you have to make a decision. It's either you making a decision or you going back, and you can't go back. So you have to make a decision just based off of you, what you need, what you have to make that decision about in the moment in time that you're in, and just make the decision. Just make decisions, and not just make them, just do them. Like, just do stuff. I gotta go get this burger. Let me go hop in this car and get this burger. Remember this. Just remember this. I do feel like people with Moon in the seventh house, if they're not dealing with any emotional baggage, because emotional baggage shows up here with your partner. It's just emotional baggage lives here. One person or the other is going to be attempting to put their emotional baggage on the other person. Period. But if Moon and seventh house people can learn to like work with their own baggage, deal with their own emotional securities or insecurities, deal with their own emotional insecurities, and then require that of their partners that they end up with or that they interact with, they would be great partners to have, because they always keep the best interest of their partner in mind. They love partnerships and relationships. They thrive in this area. Subconsciously, there's this need. There's this need to feel like you have someone there. And it's crazy, because of this need, or because you have to work through some subconscious issues. The universe might keep giving you situations and relationships to people to where you can't depend on them for everything. And then you finally learn it's either I'm going to keep depending on people and keep getting let down, or I'm going to just start doing things that make myself feel secure. I'm going to be secure first and then get into relationships with other people, because that way I know that it doesn't matter if they leave or if they stay, I'm going to be good. All right, this is Moon in the seventh house.